change, sad as it was, is necessary in civil servants and in corporations and things to continually evolve. You become like National Lumber. But when such changes occur within the body, when the body gets surreptitiously overcome by certain mindsets of these guys, and they say this is what Christianity now is, and this is how it goes, it's really, really disturbing. I remember years ago, my hair was long and wild, and I decided, because I do this on a whim, to just cut it all off. And somebody I was working with in ministry, when I came in, he almost had tears. He said, "Now you look like a pastor." And I was never more disappointed in getting my hair cut in my life. C.S. Lewis, one of my favorite quotes from him, describes the age of ad men. That's what he calls it, in which he lives. And he says, "I like bats much better than bureaucrats. I live in the managerial age in a world of ad men. The greatest evil is not now done in those sordid dens of crime that Dickens loved to paint. It is not even done in concentration camps and labor camps. In those we find the final result. But it is conceived and ordered, moved, seconded, carried, and minuted in clean, carpeted, warmed, and well-lighted offices by quiet men with white collars and cut fingernails and smooth-shaven cheeks who do not need to raise their voice. Hence, naturally enough, my symbol for hell is something like the bureaucracy of a police state or the offices of a thoroughly nasty business concern. It's an official society held together entirely by fear and greed. On the surface, manners are normally suave. Rudeness to one's superiors would obviously be suicidal. Rudeness to one's equal might put them on their guard before you are ready to spring your mine. For, of course, dog eat dog is the principle of the whole organization. Everyone wishes for everyone else's discrediting, demotion, and ruin. Everyone is an expert in the confidential report, in the pretended alliance, in the stab in the back. Over all this, their good manners, their expressions of grave respect, their tributes to one another's invaluable service form a thin crust. Every now and then it gets punctured, and the scalding lava of their hatred spurts out." End quote. Why tell this whole thing on Heart of the Matter? Because the metamorphosis of organized Christian religion has not been one bit different. Where such ugliness is expected and warranted in corporate life, even in civil services, in my estimation, such bureaucracies they don't belong in the body here today any more than they belong in heaven later. If heaven is going to be like that, like we run and organize and operate our churches, I'm not sure I want to go there. I mean, to me, that would be a form of hell. What about people who accept everybody who's coming in and loving people and accepting them as they are and, trying to love the Lord? What about that? So it used to be people who love the Lord just got together out of Him and they allowed uneducated lovers of the Word to teach, and patience was at work, and that was the apostolic age. But men like those lifeguard guys have taken it over, and they look like pastors, and they've made it their own. We need buildings, then we need budgets, then we need tithing, then we need staff, then we need rules, then you need to conform, then we have the authority, then we invite you to leave, and finally, we don't even think you were ever saved. And the whole thing is just horrible. People have become the prey and culture is the predator. And it is preying upon people because some men have gotten together and said, this is how it should look today. May the Holy Spirit work on our hearts to bring about change sooner or later. It's not going to come from the top down. It's going to come from the bottom up saying no more. And we'll see how that plays out in the years to come.